Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Identical Cloud. In today's video, we will understand what is Jenkins, why is it useful, and how to install it using Docker. Jenkins is open source automation server which can help you build and deploy your code automatically. Jenkins can be invoked directly from source control systems like GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket, etc. When you commit a code to a particular branch, you can invoke a pipeline. Jenkins will understand that code has been committed. It will perform the build stage. After completion of build stage, it will deploy it to the specific server, and in the end, it can also notify success or failure status to Slack, Google Chat, Microsoft Teams, etc. Jenkins is one of the most important tool in a DevOps life cycle. With help of Jenkins, you can automate your daily routine tasks for building and deploying your code. Now the second question is, why install it using the Docker? When we install it using the Docker, we can run it on any server, any Linux system, Windows server, Mac system, etc. It does not rely upon the operating system. When we install using Docker container, one of the most important concern is containers may come and go. So we need to mount Jenkins data directory so we can save our pipelines, we can save our previous build status and users data too. One more core benefit of using Docker is you can control how much CPU and memory you need to give to that Jenkins server. Now because you can mount volume, while you deploy it on AWS EC2 instance, you can attach one separate EBS volume, mount it to your EC2 instance. By doing so, if any issues occur to your EC2 instance, you can stop that instance, detach that volume, attach that volume to another EC2 instance and run the same Docker command, and your Jenkins server will be up and running in seconds. So let's get started and install Jenkins on the system. Before getting started, please make sure you have Docker and Docker Compose installed on your machine. If not, I have given link in the description box below on how to install Docker and Docker Compose. Here I have created one Docker Compose file. Let's understand that. I am using Jenkins image with LTS tag, which is latest for this week. My container name will be Jenkins. I will keep username as root for Jenkins container. Now I'm going to mount two directories. One is Jenkins home, where Jenkins will store all the pipelines that we are building, all the build status, etc. Jenkins will run on two ports. One is 8080 and second is 50,000. On 8080 port, you can see Jenkins UI. Let's create the container. Let's run this Docker file. It is pulling the latest Jenkins image. Let's see if container is up. It is up. Let's go ahead and hit the IP in the browser. The first step is to unlock Jenkins. This is the temporary password which we need to give to enter the Jenkins installation. You can find it from going into the container and finding it in this file, or you can print the logs. As you can see, this is the password. Let's copy and paste it over here. Now it will ask you to install suggested plugins. You can go ahead with installing suggested plugins. Jenkins has a rich support for plugins. For an example, for SSH it has plugins. To connect to GitHub or GitLab, it has plugins. To notify build status on Slack, it has plugins. So make sure you use those plugins. Suggested plugins are installed Now let's go ahead and create our first admin user for this Jenkins. Let's save and continue. This will be our Jenkins URL. If you have mapped this IP to the domain name, you can put that domain name over here. So our Jenkins setup is ready. Let's start using Jenkins. By using Jenkins, if you need to create multiple users, you can go to Manage Jenkins, go to Manage Users, and here click on Create User. Provide the details and create users. To create a pipeline, click on New Item. Here there are multiple options like Freestyle Project. When you are not sure what you need to build, you can create a freestyle project where you will have all the freedom to configure it on your own. You also have option for multi-branch pipeline. Suppose in the GitHub you have multiple branch like master, development, staging, testing, etc. And for each one of them you need different build and deploy commands. You can make use of multi-branch pipeline in that every branch will invoke different set of commands for building and deploying. In the next set of tutorial, we will see how to configure some of these pipelines. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel.